Good morning. Welcome back to the operational amplifiers. In this session, we are discussing few concepts of operational amplifier, among which the first one is the ideal inverting amplifier. And in case of ideal inverting amplifier, the output voltage of ideal inverting amplifier is 180 degree out of phase with reference to the input voltage. You can see from figure, this is the output voltage and this is the input voltage. The output voltage is out of phase with reference to the input voltage by a phase difference of 180 degree. And the circuit diagram to produce such a phase difference or such an output having 180 degree out of phase is as shown over here. This is the circuit diagram of ideal inverting amplifier using the op-amp. Vi represents the input voltage applied across the input terminals. One is inverting and the other is non-inverting. The input is applied across the input voltage is applied across the inverting terminal, whereas the non-inverting terminal is grounded. The feedback is applied across a feedback resistor RF, which is connected between the output and the inverting input terminal. The voltage is applied across the inverting terminal and the output will be inverted by 180 degree. Now, from figure, it is clear that this II represents the input current and IO represents the output current. R1 is the resistance across the inverting terminal through which the input current is flowing, and RF represents the feedback resistor. Now, the input impedance of an inverting amplifier is infinite, whereas the output impedance is very low, because of the high impedance, because of the high input impedance, no current will enter this op-amp, and therefore all the current which is entering will flow in this direction, This is the direction of flow of current. Therefore, II will be equal to I0. In the sense, the input current flowing through R1 will be equal to the output current flowing through RF. Therefore, II is equal to I0. But II is equal to Vi minus Vg divided by R1. Vi minus Vg divided by R1 is II. And this I0 is Vg minus V0 divided by RF. Vg minus V0 by RF. Since Vg is equal to 0, Vg is the virtual ground, therefore potential at that point is 0. Therefore, this above relation becomes Vi by R1 is equal to minus V0 by RF. Rewriting this, we get V0 by Vi is equal to minus RF by R1. Now, voltage gain is nothing but V0 by Vi. Voltage gain with feedback is AV or AVF or ACL, that is equal to V0 by Vi, that is equal to minus RF by R1. Negative sign indicates that the output voltage is 180 degree out of phase with reference to input voltage. That is represented by this negative sign. This is about the ideal inverting amplifier. Next, coming to the input resistance of op-amp with negative feedback. So let us consider a voltage series feedback amplifier circuit, and this figure represents voltage series feedback amplifier. In this, let Rin will be the input resistance. So you can see here Rin is the input resistance without feedback, and Rinf represents the input resistance with feedback. With feedback. There are two resistances. The opposition offered to the flow of current by the inverting terminal is Rinf. Since it is connected to the feedback, it is therefore input feedback resistance. And the resistance offered to the flow of current by the non-inverting terminal is Rin, since it is not connected to feedback, and therefore it is only just Rin. So from figure, Rinf is equal to Vin by In, Vin by In, or it is Vin divided by whole divided by Vid by Rin, Vid by Rin. But Vid is also equal to V1 minus V2. This is Vid. Vid is equal to V1 minus V2 or V2 minus V1. Also we have Vid is equal to V out by AV. AV is the gain equals output voltage by input voltage. Therefore input voltage is output voltage by gain. Right? We know that we also have V out is equal to gain divided by 1 plus AV into beta into En. Now, making use of all these relations, we substitute in this relation Rinf. We have Rinf is therefore equal to Rin into Vin by Vid. Vin by Vid. Vin by Vid. And therefore that is Rin into Vin divided by Vid is nothing but from this V out by AV. Therefore it is Rin into Vin whole divided by, we have V out by AV. From this relation V out by AV, I bring AV here. V out by AV is therefore equal to Vin divided by this. I have written here. Instead of V out by AV, from this relation it is Vin by 1 plus AV into beta. Therefore these V's gets cancelled, and as 1 plus AV into beta is in the denominator of denominator, it will move to numerator. Therefore Rinf is equal to Rin into 1 plus AV into beta. This is the input resistance with feedback in terms of input resistance without feedback. In terms of input resistance without feedback. Similarly, we have one more topic, that is the output resistance of op-amp with negative feedback. Similarly, we derive an expression for the output resistance with feedback in terms of output resistance without feedback. Now, in order to derive this, we have considered a circuit, and this is the circuit having op-amp with feedback. Now, the output resistance with feedback is taken as Rout F, the output resistance with feedback, and this can be determined by making use of Thevenin's theorem. Using the Thevenin's theorem. To find out the output resistance with feedback, we reduce V into 0. This is V in, and this is reduced to 0. Now applying an external output voltage V0, and then we calculate the resulting current I0. We apply an external output voltage V0 and calculate the corresponding output current I0. Now the output resistance with feedback is therefore equal to V0 by I0. V0 is the output voltage that we have applied externally, and I naught is the corresponding current flowing through the circuit. Therefore, output resistance with feedback is V naught by I naught. If you apply Kirchhoff's current law at this point N, it will be I naught is equal to IA flowing in this direction and IB flowing in the vertical direction. Therefore, I naught equals IA plus IB. Since RF plus R1 is parallel to the Rin, this is Rin, which is greater than R naught. Here we have R naught. This combination is greater than this value. Therefore, and also IA is greater than IB. Since IA is greater than IB is neglected. Therefore, I naught will be taken as equal to IA. Similarly, we apply Kirchhoff's voltage law to the output loop or to the output mesh. That will be therefore equal to V naught is equal to I naught into R naught or IA into R naught plus AV into VID plus AV into VID, or that is equal to R naught into I naught, since I naught equals IA plus AV into VID. Rewriting with it, I naught is equal to V naught minus AV into VID whole divided by R naught. This is the output current. Now, also we have VID equals V2 minus V1. That is equal to 0 minus Vf, and that is equal to minus Vf, since V2 is taken as equal to 0. V2 is taken as equal to 0, this is 0. Now, and that VID is also equal to minus Rf minus R1 into V naught divided by R1 plus Rf, or this term is taken as equal to beta. Therefore, this is minus beta into V naught. Therefore, I naught is equal to V naught. We have the expression for I naught over here. I naught is equal to minus V naught minus AV into VID. VID is minus beta V naught, therefore minus of minus becomes plus. It is plus AV into beta V naught whole divided by R naught. That is equal to V naught is taken out. That is equal to 1 plus AV into beta by R naught. Therefore, V naught by I naught becomes equal to R naught by 1 plus AV into beta, but V naught by I naught is nothing but equal to R out F. That is output voltage with feedback. This is the output voltage without feedback, R naught. This is the output voltage with feedback, right? And this is the final expression for the output resistance of op amp with negative feedback. Thank you.